So you just bought your first new construction home. Congrats. Now, if you bought in its very early phase of building your home, soon it'll be time to meet with the design center. Now that you have made it this far in the process, let's make sure you can navigate through your design center meeting without any regrets that could come from poor choices, poor planning, or poor budgeting. By the way, I'm Andre, your Cali Valley realtor, buyer advocate, and area expert, consistently giving you valuable content covering Central Valley cities, their new construction, and tips and tools for your successful relocation out here. So subscribe if you're interested, because I've done all the research for you so you don't have to. Now, let's do this. Now, the model home you walked through that inspired you to buy a house isn't the base price home you're being advertised on the sales sheet. It's probably at least $100,000 more because of all the upgrades. These could include quartz countertops, upgraded appliances, built-in bookshelves, tray ceilings, etc. And these upgrades add up quickly, so it's important to keep all of this in mind when you're deciding on options for your new home. Now, oftentimes buyers can get carried away in the design center only to later realize that they can't get their money back when they go to sell their home. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to create a budget that you will stick to, and I would suggest no more than 10 to 15% of the price of the home. So if you're buying a $600,000 house, you may want to budget $60,000 to $90,000 at the design center. Next, you're going to want to get online to find out what the prices of lighting fixtures, faucets, countertops, flooring, etc. are at your local home improvement store, and get an idea of what you like so you can then compare them to the options that are available at the design center. This will help you decide which upgrades you will want the builder to install, as well as what upgrades you will be best to hold off on for later. Now, remember that you'll want to focus on making decisions in the design of your home that are going to bring you the best return on your investment. If it happens to be a structural upgrade that you want, which can often be great returns on your investment, this will usually be something decided before going into contract, not at the design center. So I hope you have already addressed that. Now, at the design center, you can consider things like a high-end kitchen, a spa in the master bedroom, or maybe even a nice light fixture in the living room. So first things first, let's go ahead and discuss the kitchen. Since we all know life revolves around the kitchen, this is the place in the house where your investments give you the most bang for your buck, and you should focus a lot of your budget by considering things like upgraded cabinets, a nice kitchen island, upgraded countertops, upgraded sinks, or stainless steel appliances. Now, with the appliances, do a quick price check on those at the home improvement store to make sure that the cost that they are trying to charge you is justifiable. Now, the one thing I would definitely suggest is to skip the backsplash. The design center will have limited designs on the backsplash, and they can be purchased and installed at a much better price at a Home Depot or a Lowe's. Next, let's look at carpeting. I would suggest to keep the standard carpeting, but to upgrade the padding so it feels more plush and it lasts longer. This will save you money in the long run, plus carpet is always easy to upgrade afterwards if you later decide to choose that. Now let's look at flooring. Now the main living areas will normally come with a hard surface level 1 flooring. This will probably be a tile or a laminate or some sort. Typically you will want to upgrade this either to a nicer tile, a luxury vinyl plank, or even wood. This upgrade will do well for your home value, so flooring is another great place to consider upgrades. Now, I will personally go with the vinyl plank because it's low maintenance, it's a very classic look, it's easy on the joints when you're walking, and there's tons of choices of it. Now, what about the paint? I would highly suggest skipping this upgrade. It's just not worth it. Let yourself get situated in a home first, then decide if it makes sense to paint later on at a much better price, or maybe even just accent some of the walls where it seems to fit your home best once you have been able to design and furnish your house. Lighting. Now, the home will come with a standard lighting package. There will usually be some recessed lighting in the kitchen and living room area, and there will be pre-wires in all the rooms to add ceiling fans or light fixtures, but you may want to add more lighting throughout the house, so I would recommend doing so at this appointment. Mostly when it comes to reselling your home, buyers love well-lit homes, and it's so much easier to add these now than it is to try to do it later. Now, if you want to add dimmer switches, this is something that can easily be done by yourself after you close on the home, but if the cost is comparable to doing it yourself and safety is a concern for you, let the builder do that as well. Now, lighting and ceiling fans are definitely going to be more cost efficient at Lowe's and Home Depot or some online store. Plus, they will have a much wider selection of choices. So, as a priority, make sure to at least add bracing and electrical receptacles and outlets ahead of time so they can be added while framing your home. Then have the lighting put in after the home has been built. The owner's bathroom. Now, for the owner's bathroom suite, if there's an option for 2 sinks and 2 vanities, I would suggest it if your budget allows. Even though most people don't use it, it resells well. You may also want to consider upgrading your cabinets, your counters, and even your flooring. Also, regarding the shower, go with a tile or a stone shower pan, not with the basic white shower pan. This will increase the overall aesthetic and resale appeal for your home. The laundry room. You may want to have a sink in the laundry room, and if you do, have it plumbed. Maybe even just having a standard slop sink installed will work. It's cheap and will do the job, but honestly, nobody's hanging out in the laundry room. So we don't need to spend a lot of money on beautifying the place, unless cabinet space in the laundry room is important to you. Trim. Upgrades to trim can be a great touch, but even just standard baseboards will work. Now, I would suggest passing on the crown molding though. Blinds. I wouldn't bother with blinds or shutters. Builders will overcharge you for those items. Now, if they come standard in the home, then that's perfect. But if they aren't, it might be inconvenient not having blinds for the first couple weeks, but you can always get paper ones on Amazon or a home improvement place, and it'll save you a lot of money by just installing them yourself when the time is right after you have closed. The exterior. Normally when you buy a build, you don't get any backyard landscaping, but this won't be a problem. There will be tons of landscapers biting at the opportunity to make you a new client of theirs, so I wouldn't have the builder go do any upgrades there. Now, if you're just looking at grass in the backyard and it's not a big backyard, you should be able to get this done for less than $5,000. But I have also seen backyards that go over $100,000 and they didn't even have a pool. So it really depends on your budget and what you're looking for in your yards. Now, your front yard will just have a lawn, maybe a few plants or shrubs, but it'll be very minimal. Just keep in mind that your front yard curb appeal will be the first thing future homebuyers see when you go to sell your house later on. So think long term and make a plan long term to upgrade your front and backyards over time. And you could do this without the builder's help. Next, let's look at an outdoor kitchen. Speaking of exterior, if you want an outdoor kitchen, but if the builder has an insane price to put one in for you, I wouldn't recommend it. Just have them put in the electric, water, and a gas line and run it to the area where you will eventually have your kitchen installed. You may even want to get a couple quotes prior to seeing what the builder would do it for, because this will be an expensive addition. So go into the meeting with prior knowledge of what you would expect to pay to later have it installed. So if this video helped, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more info to know when thinking about relocating out to the Central Valley and its cities. Got questions or comments, or plan on moving tomorrow or 2 months from now? Hit me up. I would be happy to help. Until next time, I will see you in the next video.